What's up, beautiful black people? Welcome back to another Monday morning with Mr. Define. I'm Mr. Define from We Are Black Press. This week, I want to talk to you guys about the great King James. Not of the Bible, but Lebron James. And not on the court, not his statistics, but in the school. Article came in a couple months ago that says, the I Promise school he launched with much fanfare in 2018 made headlines last week for all the wrong reasons. Data represented to the Akron, Ohio School Board revealed not a single student from the school's inaugural third grade class, now entering eighth grade, has ever passed the state math test. State test scores in English and science are nearly as bad, and black students at I Promise test in the bottom 5% of all black students in Ohio. That's heartbreaking news because the children are our future. But we have to understand, why is this the case? It's obvious that LeBron James School has all the resources that it needs, but there's an issue because the students are not reaching their full potential. The reason for this is not because of the students not wanting to gain their education, but the students suffering from the same thing that the black community is currently suffering. We don't like to be bored. It's gone away in the black community of the time of understanding that boredom is what is an actual cause that leads us to success. We've gone away from teaching students that the work that you put in is going to be the results that you get out. We've gone against that in the school, but not in the school, but from the parents. Basketball, football, music, sports, all of these things that we enjoy to do we're always able to put in the effort. When a boy learns that he's good at basketball, he starts to see that it could be a possible potential for his success in the future. But we haven't seen enough success in the education that allows us to know that we can be successful. The boy is willing to put in the effort and know that it's going to take practice that's going to get him to be on the top. We, as a community, have stopped realizing that in order for me to be successful, it's going to take for me to be bored. We don't teach it to our students or our children because we don't participate in it ourselves. So often, children are not doing well in school, and the parent is at home or has the capabilities to be home. But it's more fun for me to watch all of the NFL games and all of the basketball games, or for me to play 2K instead of sitting down and making sure that my son or my daughter does their homework, because it's boring. I know my child needs some tutoring, but I got to get this bag. I got to get these nails. I got to get this weave because I can't be a basic female. I can't be a basic chick. So I got to be fly because that's what's fun. I have to go on this vacation. I'm working hard to provide for my family. I have to go on this vacation at 25 years old because I have to have fun now while I'm young. Meanwhile, my children are suffering. They don't have the tutoring that they need. They don't have the understanding that I have to suffer through boredom in order to get what I want. So we don't force them to do it because we're not doing it. We're not being bored long enough to meet the success rates that we need. So we don't force them to be bored long enough to meet the requirements that they need in order to get better at math, in order to get better at reading. Children don't like to read because it's hard. But getting better takes time, it takes effort, and it takes consistency. But all of those things are boring. It's not a problem of resources. It's a problem with us not wanting to be bored. Boredom is our Achilles heel. It used to be a time where children would go to school and they would want to achieve more because the parents were making sure that they sat at the table because we valued our education. We knew that being successful in America meant that we had to put forth more effort because we didn't receive the materials. We didn't receive the resources. So we had to work a little bit harder in spite of not having resources. But now we have more access to resources and less initiative to actually do the boring things that require us to do. I would say that we need to question ourselves. Question, am I really putting forth the effort? Or am I just trying to not be bored? That's what gets the ratings on TV. The TV gets the ratings because they provide excitement. That is why our women love to watch the reality shows because they bring us excitement. That's why our men love to watch the sports, because because it brings us excitement. But we're not reading the books. We want to start a business, but we put all the work in the business because that's the fun stuff, but we don't put the work into the taxes because that's the boring stuff. We don't put the work into the education that's required for us to be successful. So we go out there and we start something up, but we don't have all the understanding of it because the reading and the understanding part was boring. No, I have to be fly. I have to look good on Instagram. I have to make sure that I'm taking pictures of me doing the exciting thing so everybody can see that I'm doing great, that I'm not boring. We don't want the man that has done the boring things because he's now capable of being successful, but he's boring. We have not gotten past the art of being bored. So, for this week, just think about it. Am I doing everything that I can, or am I just fighting boredom? And when I get to the point where the time has passed and I haven't done enough or I haven't achieved enough, I throw up my hands and say, I did the best that I could. Did you really? Did you fight through the boredom in order to achieve the goals, or did you go for the flash, glamour, excitement? What's going to be your answer? You guys have a blessed week. I love you. I'm Mr. Define. We are Black Girl.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.